Hello, it's time for another video. I have been on testosterone for, I've written it down, 3 months and 5 days now, and I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update. As you can see, I'm not wearing very much today. There is a reason for that. I'm not just floating around in my vest for no reason. I thought I'd give you a little kind of guided tour of my tattoos, because actually they say quite a lot about me. And plus I've just got a new one and I want to show it off, so that's cool. Right, the very first tattoo I had done, I was 30 years old, no, I think it was for my 31st birthday, it was around about then anyway. And it's one I'd had planned for a long time, and I was going out with a really nice girl at the time, and she gave me some money towards it, and she said, look, you know, I'm not going to pay for your tattoo because then you'll always remember me. And that might not be a good thing. She said, but I'll give you some money towards it, you know, which you can if you like spend on your tattoo. And I thought that's quite cool. So thank you, you know who you are, if you're ever on my YouTube channel. So this is my first tattoo. I'm a little bit low down here, but there you go. That was my dragonfly. That is my dragonfly. I remember saying to my mother when I'd first had it done, she said, well, what have you had done? And I said, oh, it's a dragonfly. And she was like, oh, okay, that doesn't sound too bad. But I think she was expecting something kind of small and feminine. And no, that's my dragonfly, my first tattoo. The reason I had a dragonfly is because, as some of you know, if you've read my blog, or some of you might know me anyway, I'm bipolar. So for me, an even keel has always been a really important thing, and dragonflies only ever exist in places where conditions are just right. You know, if the river water is wrong or the air is wrong or whatever, then they can't survive. So to me, a dragonfly is a symbol of equilibrium. So that's why I have the dragonfly. Some years later, I was in a really very bad place indeed, in my head, and I kind of came out of that. And as a result of that, I had the sun, just there. Okay. Now that for me was a symbol of kind of new life. It was the sun rising, it was strength, and it was me coming out of a really bad time. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I can't show you the whole lot, not without kind of indecently exposing myself anyway. But I have a couple of lizards kind of floating around my shoulders. The reason I chose lizards is very simple. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those wildlife programs where you have a lizard going along kind of a four feet, and then if the ground gets too hot, it just kind of shifts and it's up on two, and it goes along like that. And I like that idea. I like that analogy because I like the idea that whatever happens, they keep on going, that they adapt, and that's very, very important to me for hopefully obvious reasons. I also have got a lot of flowers going on. Now, no offence to the guy in question, I don't really know him. I saw a video from an FTM, and he said, you know, you'll never see anything like flowers on me. He had lots of tattoos, he looked great, but he said, oh, you know, you'll never see flowers. And a few people have said, well, you know, now you're transitioning, you know, why do you want to have a flower there? The flowers mean something to me. I have blue ones and I have yellow ones. The little blue ones are forget-me-nots. And that's because I don't want to forget who I am. I don't want to forget my past. I know some people, when they transition, they really want to kind of throw their past in the trash. I don't want to do that, and I don't think I can do that. So for me, the forget-me-nots are just saying, look, you know, you need to remember who you are, and why you are, and how you've got where you are. The little yellow ones, you can see a little yellow one there. They're a flower called a griminy. Now, I'm a great believer in complementary medicine, and I used to work in that field. And a griminy is a flower remedy which is used for people who have a big smile on the outside, and inside they're tearing themselves apart. And you know, for a long time in my life, that has been me. You know, big smile, but inside there's horrible stuff going on. So that for me again is a kind of a very affirming thing. It's like, okay, you know, this is the flower that heals that. So anyway, my final one that I had done, well, not my final one, I'll get more done, but one I had done on Friday is my hummingbird. I don't know if I can get him so you can actually see him properly. He's starting to scab a little bit, but you know, he's very beautiful. And why a hummingbird again? I suppose he's not the most masculine of tattoos I could have, but the hummingbird is a symbol of joy, and that says it all for me. You know, I've got to a stage in my life where I feel joyful, and I want to have a symbol of that, and he's my little joy bird there. I will no doubt have more. No doubt I'm going to stretch down my arm at some point when I could afford it, which is going to be in about 1,000 years' time. But yeah, life is good at the moment. Life is enjoyable. The testosterone is doing me a hell of a lot of good. Just a quick kind of summary, I'm getting hairier, which you can't really tell because I was never very hairy in the first place, but I can tell. Obviously my voice is lower. I have hair on my tummy, which is quite bizarre. I won't show you because that would be a bit weird. I've been to see 2 of my doctors recently, and they've agreed to refer me for chest surgery, so I won't have this issue anymore for much longer. Which is this wonderful binder that I wear. It's very beautiful. It's still white, see, it's quite a new one. But hopefully by Christmas I'll be looking at chest surgery, which is a fantastic thing, and was another reason why I had my joy tattoo done. So there you go, there's my tattoos. Say maybe they're not very masculine, maybe some of them are a little bit girly, but every single one of them has a really good reason for me, and I love them. And at the moment I'm loving my life, so thank you very much for putting up with me showing off, and I'll speak to you again soon. Okay, bye bye.